This is lesson 5-7, pages 306 and 307 in your workbook. This is example 1 on page 306. And it says Gabriella likes to make people guess her age. She gives them this clue. Add 13 to the product of 3 and the sum of my age and 12. And you will get a number greater than my height, which is 55. Oh, Gabriella, my goodness, that is quite a clue. We're going to set up this problem, think about what are her possible ages, and we're going to graph the solution. Okay, so we're going to add 13, but not until, oops, let me change my pen. Not until we have the product of 3 and this mess. So let's take the sum of her age and 2. Sum means we're going to add. So we're going to take Gabby plus 2. And then we want the product of 3 and that. So that means we're going to multiply 3 times all of that stuff. And finally, we're going to add 13. And it's going to be more than her height. Okay, Gabby. So we're going to go ahead and start by distributing. In my first set of parentheses, I'm going to take 3 times G plus 3 times 2. I'm going to add 13. I'm just copying at this point, greater than 55. So I distributed. Now I'm going to clean it up. 3 G's plus 6, copy, copy, copy. But I think I can clean it up even further because look at this right here. I can do 3 G's. 6 plus 13 is 19, is greater than 55. Okay, that's a lot of cleaning up, but I think we've got it now. Let's go ahead and subtract 19 from both sides. My 19s on my left are going to cancel. I'm going to bring it over here where I have a little more space. That leaves 3 Gabbies on the left. And 55 minus 19 is 36. The last thing I have to do is to multiply or divide. So I'm going to divide by 3. I think Gabby is more than 12 years old. So if I wanted to graph that, I'd put 12 in the center, 1 less, 1 more. She's not 12. She's greater than 12. So I'm going to circle, put a force field around my 12, and shade my arrow. All right, this lesson is putting all of our skills together. We're going to distribute, we're going to clean up, we're going to add or subtract, and we're going to end it with multiplying or dividing. All right, here is the try it on the bottom of page 306. We're going to build it together before I let you go off on your own and then come back for checking. So this says that twice the difference, that's subtraction, of Felipe's age and 4 is at least 2. All right, let's see if we can fill this in. So we're going to have, let's start with the difference. The difference, subtract Felipe and 4. Twice means I'm going to double it. At least gives me greater than or equal to 2. All right, you don't have to use their boxes should you not want to use their boxes, but I want you to go ahead and pause me. You're going to, on your own, distribute. You're going to clean up. You're going to add or subtract next, and finally multiply or divide. Once you have your solution, I want you to graph it. So go ahead and pause me here, work on it, and come back when you're ready for checking. This is example 2 on the top of page 307. Now your book already worked this out, but there's a couple things that I think are confusing with how they did it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it over here on my own. -3 x plus 4 plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. So all I did was I copied this so that I have a little bit of room. All right, we're going to distribute first. -3 times x and -3 times 4. Then copy the plus 3, copy the greater than or equal to, copy the 9. Let's clean up. This is -3x. This is -12. Copy, copy, copy. Now here's the first thing you're going to notice. They changed their plus a -12 to a subtract 12. Now you can absolutely do that if you want. All right, so we distributed, we cleaned up, almost. We still have one more thing to clean up. So -3x plus -12 plus 3 is 9. Oops, -9, sorry. -9 is greater than or equal to 9. I was looking ahead. All right, you're going to notice that your book used a subtraction sign instead of a negative, and that's okay. Let's add or subtract. We're going to bring -9 up to 0 by adding 9. That's going to cancel. Bring down, and this is 18. We're going to divide by a negative number. Uh-oh, it's a unicorn. Very rare, hardly ever happens, but yet here it is. My -3's cancel. When you divide by a negative number right here, you got to flip that sign around. And -18 divided by -3 is -6. So we got the same answer. It's just that your book likes to use subtraction signs sometimes. Sometimes they use negatives. It's hard to decide. It doesn't really make a difference. And so when they graphed it, they colored in the -6 and everything less than that. All right, this is example number 3, also on page 307. So let's get our steps on this one. Last time this was a quiz question. All right, we're going to distribute first. We're going to distribute first. That got us here. Now notice your book used subtraction signs. We could also have 7t plus a -4. Well, they have to clean up because there's some things that are alike that need to go together. This 7t and this 6t come together to make 13t's. So we're still going to distribute. We're still going to clean up. Now we are going to add or subtract our constant. They added 4 to both sides. Then we are going to multiply or divide the coefficient. They didn't show it very well, but they divided by 13. And they actually left their division sign like a fraction bar. And so it's 2 over 13. You could have also divided that and got a decimal. Either way is fine. They colored in their circle because it's equal to and everything greater. This is the try it on the bottom of page 307. And I'm going to make an executive decision right here. We are not going to do this one. There's a whole lot of negativity on that one, and I'm not going to put something like that on your quiz anyway, so let's just not worry about that one. Because let me tell you, the second one, wowzer. All right, we're going to try this. Buckle up, baby. This is going to take a while. Here we go. We are going to start by distributing. I'm going to need a whole lot of space. So let me start right here. 3 times 4 minus 3 times 6. Copy plus 2. Copy the sign. Then 2 times negative t plus 2 times 3. Ooh, I ran out of room. Plus 4. Okay. Step 1, we distributed. Step 2. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2 sign. 2 times negative t is negative 2t plus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4. All right, this is where I'm going to leave you to finish this. I expect that you are going to combine all of those like terms into one number. You're going to combine these like terms into one number, and then you're going to solve. So when you pause me, go ahead and solve it, graph it, and then come back for checking. Okay, 12 minus 18. 12 minus 18 is negative 6, plus 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 t's on this side. 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, that looks like something we can deal with. I'm going to add or subtract my constant. Make sure you're looking on the side that has the variable. My 10s will cancel. This is negative 14 on the left, symbol in the middle, negative 2 t's on the right. All right, last I'm going to multiply or divide. I'm going to divide by a negative 2. Don't drop that negative. My negative 2's cancel. Negative 14 divided by negative 2 is 7, but hold. Did we just divide by a negative number? Because if we did, we got to change that around. All right, this is the correct answer. But we talked about how this is kind of hard to graph. When your letter comes second, it just means that 7 is less than or equal to every t number. If it bothers you that it looks like that, then flip it around. But do you see where the mouth is eating the t? You got to keep it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a dot on 7, and I'm going to graph everything larger than it. I would have gotten the same thing here. 7 is less than or equal to everything t is. Go ahead and pause me here and make sure that you have the right answer.